So in the last video that we just did, I did example 4 of XSS vulnerability. Now this is example 5, and I tried to play around with the URL a little bit and the parameter to try and inject JavaScript code again, but this time I did capital letters because it doesn't. I wouldn't have thought that it would have done capitalization, right? But the thing is, it does do that, and that's annoying. So ultimately, I figured out, I guess, another way to do it. And I don't want this video to be, these types of videos to be very long. It's just short, educational, fast learning, which is what I want people in the cybersecurity industry or just people who are interested in learning about ethical hacking to understand these fundamentals that when you actually come across a web application or a particular website and you want to test its security, you want to identify the vulnerability as fast as possible and also report it to the person who owns it. Now, this is good intent. That's what it is to be an ethical hacker. And obviously, for black hat reasons, you want to do session hijacking. This video is not about that. It's about fast educational content to learn ethical hacking, to stop these types of attacks. And if you're a developer yourself, then it will be really good for you to understand how an attacker can take advantage of a vulnerability like this and figure out a way to fix it, essentially. Anyways, let's get into this video. Sorry for the long introduction. So as you can see here, right away, boom, I got this URL, right? Played around with it, did all that type of stuff, but the thing is, that doesn't work. Okay, so what does work, Declan? Well, that doesn't work. Let's try something like this. So I played around with it very quickly, and I came to this conclusion that image, like this. So what I can do is just show you on here. I already done it on the URL, so that's why it's popping up down below. But I'll show you, basically, this is the image tag, right? So let me just go index HTML, just an example, just to show you. So this is an image tag in HTML. And what I'm doing is I'm doing source / and then I'm doing on error is equal to, and then the JavaScript. So JavaScript alert 1. Well, actually this won't work because it's figuring out that it's saying that, okay, well, so when I paste this in, it's going to render the image element, but it's going to recognize that there's no source to the actual image itself, so therefore it's not going to render the image element. It's going to have the element on the page, but it's not going to render the image because there's no image, and that's why we have this on error method to basically execute the JavaScript code. But this again will not work because I've got JavaScript, and if it sees JavaScript, it will block it. But I just want to see if this one works in particular. I don't know. Let me just test it. So as you can see, that didn't work, and there's various reasons to why it didn't work. But there's actually another way that we can do this. So, I mean, you could do what we did before on the alert thing. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. Let's try. There's another one called prompt. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, but prompt will allow us to kind of identify, because there's other methods in JavaScript which we can use to execute the XSS attack. And right away, this one seems to work. So that's what I figured out. I don't know if this is technically XSS related, but it did something for us to execute something on the web page. So if I click OK, sure, I guess that works, right? Let me know what you think in the comments if this was like the correct way to perform this XSS attack. But anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next.